my friend Ganesh is here. And I studied in nutrition science department because a friend of mine told that there are good-looking departments in that, good-looking girls in that department. The bonus was that there are also a lot of good-looking teachers. We belong to a group of students who will go to the college daily and not go to the class. And it was one such day we were idling and having a cup of coffee in the canteen. A friend of mine told that there is a guy called M.S. Udayamurthy who has come and he's speaking in the auditorium. Why not we go and listen to him? We walked into the auditorium. I realized it happened to be a Gandhi Jayanti day. And I had a very poor opinion of that guy Gandhi. I thought Gandhi is the reason for India-Pakistan partition. Had India and Pakistan were to be together, Imran Khan and Kapil Dev will play together and we can win a World Cup. That was my idea of India-Pakistan unity. And obviously as we walked in, Udayamurthy spoke only about Gandhi. He said, how do we Indians celebrate the Gandhi Jayanti day? He said, we put the Indian national flag on our chest, hoist the Indian national flag, garland the Gandhi statue, distribute sweets and chocolates, say Mere Bharat Mahan, Jai Hind, and after that, we all go home and watch TV. That is the Indian way of celebrating Gandhi Jayanti day. We think he is a Mahatma and we are an ordinary Atma. There is no connection between us, excepting in 500 rupees and 1000 rupees notes. There is a portrait I was told of Gandhi in the American Parliament, American Congress, Washington DC. And below the portrait it was written, it was not written M.K. Gandhi 1869 to 1948. It was not written Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation India. It is written, a single man can make a difference. That is the one line I got from my college. That one line is enough for me to lead my life. I was in Harvard having a look at that college campus the other day, and we saw one poster which said a single person can make a difference, but everyone should try. That is the mandate for everyone. A single person can make a difference, but the mandate is for everyone to try. That you can't miss it. And that was very nice. I saw a couple of days in Harvard. And the second thing is, I am not asking you to put Gandhi picture. I am asking you to put your picture. Below the picture write, a single man can make a difference. A single woman can make a difference. And watch that picture daily. Soon your life will become legendary. Our generation, we have not seen Gandhi. The Gandhi we have seen is Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam's life is very special. He lived a legendary life. He lived a complete life. Kalam's death is also very special. He died what he loved doing the most, which is connecting with the students. While the earth would have lost a great warrior, heaven wouldn't have gotten a better angel. One quote of Abdul Kalam which inspired me most is, your entry into this world can go unnoticed. Your exit should not be. That's one line I got from Kalam. And then I finished my college, joined my two brothers. My first brother is Dr. Rajkumar of Velvet. Second brother is C.K. Ranganathan of Kevin Care. I worked with them for 3 years and 2 years. And what I learned from them is very important. The 3 and 5 years I learned one lesson, which is be unreasonable. A reasonable man adopts himself to the world. An unreasonable man makes the world adopt to him. So all the progress in this world is made by unreasonable people. Rain fills the size of the vessel you carry. If you keep a spoon outside, rain will fill a spoon. A tumbler outside, a bucket outside, a swimming pool outside, a river outside, a ocean outside. What is the size of your vessel? What is the size of your dream? There's a beautiful scene in the movie called The Pursuit of Happiness. In that, the Will Smith, the father, will buy a basketball gift to his son on his birthday. Next day, this little kid will go into the basketball and will start dribbling, try to shoot, the ball will not go. The father will move out of the court, look at his son and told, hey, you can't shoot, you need to grow, only then you can shoot. And as he's moving out of the court, he will look at his son again. This time, this young kid will dribble and throw the ball will go into the basket. He will come inside the court, put his arm around the shoulder and tell this boy, just because the world thinks they cannot, they will tell you you cannot. If you have a dream, go ahead and shoot it. Do not listen to this world. So that's the second lesson I got. After working for 3 to 5 years with both my brothers, I became very restless. I said, I want to do this. Every time I come out with a new idea, I will tell them, they will say, hey, you are very young. They will not dismiss the idea. They will dismiss me. So after some time, it became very claustrophobic. I have decided to start my own business. In life, you have got two choices. You can discuss or you can decide. People who discuss don't decide, and people who decide don't discuss. I took a paper and wrote on top of the paper 5 crores. That is the turnover I want to do in the business. And I started thinking like that. Started working on that product. I launched a product called Raga Herbal Powder. First year I made a turnover of 1 crore 92 lakhs. Second year I made a turnover of 4 crore 60 lakhs. But my target was 5 crores. It was not happening. Next year, I launched the product in Kerala and non-South market. Kerala, it became a super hit. And non-South market, it failed. But I made a turnover of 6 crores. I was very happy. Because today, I am no more a Xerox of Ranganathan and Rajkumar. I have got my own talent, 6 crore business. Life was bliss. And then next year, I launched the next product called Raga Hibiscus Oil. And that was my second failure. And the next year, I launched a mouth freshener kind of product in a new brand. I want to try something new, and that was my third failure. 3 continuous failure. I was not knowing what to do. Called my team and had a discussion, and we identified a new opportunity, which is this Raga powder was used only by traditional women. The modern women and the men were not using it, so we need to give a ready-to-use, comfortable product. So we packed it in a nice tube, launched it as Raga Plus. Thank God, the product became a success. I was happy and relieved, and business was going nicely. 6 months later, I got a call from my Trichy stockist. He said, there is a customer complaint. Looks little serious, come over. Let us understand what it is. I went there. The product has become very black because of high herbal content. I didn't know then. I came to Chennai, and the call started from everywhere. I started panicking. And 2 things happened during that phase of my life. One is a good thing and another is a bad thing. I'll talk about the bad thing first and then the good thing later. We are all Indians. We are good people. We are God-fearing people. We are not God-loving people. Especially when we have more problems, we will go love God a lot more. It was one such phase in my life. I became very God-fearing / God-loving. I became a big Ayyappa devotee. I went to Sabrimala 18 years. Some year when I had more problems, I went twice. That poor fellow Ayyappa didn't help me. So I came down and I changed. And I changed to Balaji. I went up to Tirupati and I bribed that guy. That Balaji also didn't help. So I came down and I went in search of the Allahs and the Jesus and the astrologers and the numerologists and the gemologists and this Vastuologist. Already I was poor. These people made me even poor. That is when I went to Ramakrishna Mutt, where I saw a picture of Swami Vivekananda. Below the picture it was written, to me he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me, he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. To me, he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me, he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. I got the message what I wanted. Started believing in myself. Slowly but steadily, my life started changing. Today, there is a Thursday God. Some gods are powerful on Saturdays. Some gods are powerful on morning. Some gods are powerful in the night. There is a tamasha happening in this country in the label of God. There was a guy who was praying to God for 3 continuous years. He wanted to win a lottery, it seems. Every day he was praying. One day God came in his dreams and he was very angry. He told first to go buy a lottery ticket. Keep on praying and praying and praying and not doing that work. What can that poor fellow God do? Today my routine every day, 5 minutes. Pray as though everything depends on God. Rest of the waking moment, work as though everything depends on me. I think God did not create man. Man created God. But he is a useful creation. Minus that creation, the world will not be together. Rich people beg inside the temple. Poor people beg outside the temple. Whether you are rich or poor depends from where you are begging. God is not a substitute for doing your work. God is not the author of your destiny. God is the co-author of your destiny. You have the responsibility to start, and God will work with you and complete what you have started. That is the lesson. First start believing in yourself, and then allow God to do the rest. That's the message I got. Second is, I was a Tamil medium student. I can't speak in English. I can't read English. And somewhere back of the mind, I have connected business success and English are connected. That was one thing I have done. So I used to read, buy books, India Today, Business India, try to read few pages. Then that I had one wonderful teacher called Professor Tyagarajan. And he used to, one class we used to attend, he used to come and talk about a lot of books, very interesting guy. And one of the class he spoke about a book called Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. And I went and bought that book. It was 400 odd pages. So far I have read some 20 pages. Every time I open only, I will sleep. So, what happened? During that time, I went to my favorite bookshop called Landmark in Chennai, and I saw a book called Innovative Secrets of Success by Dr. Dennis Whiteley. I like these two words. One is innovation and another is success. Both were there, so I picked that book. After that, my life changed. I opened that book. It happened to be an audio cassette. Got a Walkman, put that cassette into that, started listening to that cassette. First time I heard an English guy speak in a language with which I can understand. After that, audio learning became my habit. I have more than 1,000 audio video collections with me. I have the Tough Times Never Last. I have the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I have the Robin Sharma. I have got the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I have got the Magic of Thinking Big. Every audio self-improvement, I have got everything with me. My driving time is a learning time. My walking time is a learning time. My waiting time is a learning time. We all listen to A.R. Rahman and we all listen to this S.P. Balasubramaniam and K.J. Jesudas. Only their life will change. Our life won't change. Keep on listening to them. In America, you have got lovely roads, lovely car. You put one nice self-improvement. You can finish one college degree in car only in 2 years. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. If you want to earn more, learn more. If you can get these two things, your life will be made. 50% of your current knowledge is irrelevant every 2 years. If you are not learning anything new in the last 2 years, you are 50% off. 4 years means you are ground zero. Anything more than from 4, you are finished. So that's what I have been listening to this audio cassette. That time I called my team over and had a team meeting and said, hey, we are in trouble, we need to do something. They said, let us launch a soap. If the soap becomes a hit, we are all super. If the soap becomes a fail, we are doomed. So no problem, I launched a Raga herbal soap. Thank God that soap failed. I was like Abhimanyu in Mahabharata, surrounded by problems from all sides. I had a demotivated staff. My bank has frozen my account. The creditors have become very aggressive. My competition has become very intense. And everyone around, all my well-wishers told, you can't survive, you are finished. And around the same time, I was listening to that. And at a point of time, I had 120 legal cases against me. Paying my school fees for my kids became very difficult. Life was very tough. And I was listening to this cassette. And there was a beautiful story which says two frogs jumped into a milk pot. What does a frog know? They know how to jump. And these 2 frogs continued to jump. After some time, one frog realized, no, I can't jump any further. And it drowned inside and it sank and it died. The second frog continued to jump. After some time, milk became butter and it jumped out. This story I would have listened to 500 times. And this was happening. Everybody told I have failed. And I told, no, I have not failed. My efforts have failed. That means I have to try something new. Failure is just an opportunity to intelligently begin again. I don't know why this Indian society is giving such a high price for failure. I said, okay, thank you very much. I have failed. I am going to try something new. When you are going in a car, if one of your wheel becomes flat, you just come out of that car, You don't get out of that car. You just fix the wheel and you continue the journey. And that's exactly what failure is all about. What appears to be the end of the road can really become a bend in the road. And that's what the natural story which Veena spoke to you about. And during the natural journey, I have got, the story has been told by Veena, so I'll talk quickly about, I have got how many minutes more? 10 minutes, okay, that's fine. That's wonderful, okay. So I'll quickly talk about what I have learned from the naturals story. Before that, I think let me also tell the story. The story goes on like this: as long as your hair grows, my business grows. It's a 30,000 crore industry growing at 25%. Organized industry is at 15,000 crores, growing faster at 40%. There are around 2 lakh beauty parlors and barber shops in this country, and there are around 10 lakh people who are directly employed in this business. These are some of the statistics we know today. But way back in 2000, when Veena, my wife and me started this business, we did not know any of the above. Veena's refusal to continue as a housewife is the beginning of naturals. Veena could have easily stayed home and glorified herself as a homemaker, or she could have sought a job. She was very persistent. She said, I want to become an entrepreneur. One of the biggest challenges every entrepreneur faces in the beginning is to identify what to do. Irritation is the biggest source of energy. If you are irritated about something, look them over very carefully. There lies an opportunity. We were irritated about a lack of a good quality, affordable salon. Salon that time was available in 5-star hotels and also in the local barber shops. We couldn't fit into that. So we thought there is a need for a good quality, affordable salon. This time we wrote a paper and told 60,000 rupees, no more 5 crores. Because the scenarios have changed, we want to make 60,000 rupees. The second challenge every entrepreneur faces is, where do I find the skill? Everybody says, hey, I don't know that business, I don't have that skill, and I should first learn that. No. Skill is not the answer. Veena is not a hairdresser, she is not a beautician, she is not a makeup artist. And my knowledge of beauty is even poor. I thought manicure is for feet and pedicure is for hand. And the third and the most important challenge every first generation entrepreneur faces is, where do I find the money? I favoritely call the 3 Fs, which is the friends, family, and fools. I collected this money from these 3 Fs, put them together and started the business in Kadar Navaskan Road with the hope that I'm going to make 60,000 rupees a month and Veena is going to become self-employed. I was half right. Veena became self-employed. In life and business, first 3 years are very difficult and next 3 years are difficult. First year I made a business of 20 lakh and loss of 10 lakh. Second year 30 and 5. Third year 40 and 2. Everybody said you are not lucky. I said no, I am lucky. I define luck very differently. L-U-C-K, laboring under correct knowledge. Fourth year was little better. I started making that 50,000 rupees. Soon I ordered the second salon. 50,000 became 1 lakh. 1 lakh became 2 lakh. After 2 lakh, money lost its charm because there is no legal way to spend more than 2 lakhs in India. But I want to scale up my business. And I met the auditor, prepared a project report, went and met banker 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody said no. One suggestion I will give you: if the banker refuses your business, that means it is a super project. They refused Dhirubhai Ambani, they also refused me. So we got this 54th banker, as she said that the reason was, for foolish reason. And I'm a Jack Canfield student. Jack Canfield, he's a chicken soup for the soul guy. In one of the chapters, he will write about yes, W, yes, W, yes, W, yes, W. Some will, some won't, so what, someone's waiting. You need to keep on knocking the door. If you knock the door has to open. There is no other choice. 54th banker said yes. We said, thank you very much, got the loan, put 6 stores. After that, we put a big advertisement, wanted franchisees. We got 340 inquiries. And my role model is Anita Roddick of Body Shop. We went and met her in 1997. That's a different story. And then we connected with these 34 people. 3 of them were serious. Finally, 3 became 0. No one was wanting to join naturals in 2007 because this is a taboo industry. 30 lakh is too much for a salon. And this husband and wife couple cannot be trusted with such a large money. That is what people thought. But every time I am used to disappointments, used to failures. I told every time no means next. It can be a next person or a next idea. I came out with a new idea, told my friends and relatives, I will invest 50%, you invest 50%, let us start together. Next year, the 6 became 13, 13 became 27, then it went on to 60, then it became to 120, then it became 220, then it became 330, 440. As I speak in front of you, we are at 560 stores all over India. Along the way, we started making money. We became India's #1 salon chain. We received all the awards reserved for this category. We appointed Genelia as our brand ambassador. Now Kareena Kapoor is our brand ambassador now. And Bharati Walmart was scouting for a salon partner. They called me over. The first question they asked is it a downloaded image or an original image of Genelia? We said Genelia is our brand ambassador and we have 124 stores at that point of time. They said, we have not heard of you. They called me over, we presented our credentials, they gave me a mandate to open 250 stores across all their Easy Day shops. That's one of the important milestones in the journey called Naturals. But what gives me immense satisfaction is not the awards, not the money, not the association with Genelias and Kareena, not even the association with the world #1 retailer Walmart. What gives me immense satisfaction is so far we have created 300 plus financially independent women entrepreneurs and 7,000 direct jobs. I have a dream. My dream is to erase the word called housewife from the Indian dictionary. I have a goal. My goal is to create 1,000 successful women entrepreneurs, 3,000 salons, and 50,000 jobs by 31st December 2018. I realized if I have to make my dream come true, I needed a lot of money. I am brought up in a small town called Kadalur near Pondicherry, in a large middle-class family. I have 3 brothers, 2 sisters. My father died early, large family. Today we live in a society where if husband and wife live together, it is called a joint family. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a very serious problem in the Indian middle class for which I was a victim for a very long time. The Indian middle class thinks the rich are arrogant. The Indian middle class thinks the rich are bad. The Indian middle class thinks the rich will exploit the poor. The Indian middle class thinks to desire to become rich is wrong. This is the unsaid word in the Indian middle class. And I was a victim of that for a long time. And that's when I met my teacher. And he told that every good human being has the moral responsibility to be rich. Every good human being has the moral responsibility to be rich. If the good people do not become rich, money will go in the hands of bad people and they will use it and destroy good people. So in your own selfish interest, desire to become rich. Money is beautiful. Money gives you a choice. Money gives you a choice of what dress to wear, what car to drive, where you can put your child to school, where you can get hospitalized when you are sick. But money is not everything. Money is like a fuel to your car. It is neither the journey nor the destination. It is just a part of the transportation system. Love people, use money, you got it right. Love money, use people, you got it wrong. So that's the story of Naturals so far. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity.
Kumaravel. Now, I want to tell you something when I say carefully groomed. Please. Yeah. Take a look at the other side as well. Okay. So that's what we meant. We put this in English on one side and Tamil on the other side, and we handcrafted each one of them. I just want to let everybody know.